Well, this is just the start because this was written in 2007 and this was actually finished in 2008.
2008.
And I get asked at least once a week about publishing. You self-published your books.
That's the easy way to go. Everybody seems to be going to the internet for books and reading things on their TV or whatever. Books just aren't what they used to be as far as selling. So the easy way to go was to self-publish. Now, if some publisher would like to pick it up and do some pushing, I would be glad for that.
Well, there are some hopeful authors who are enjoying what you're sharing. I'd like us to just get a sense of your life, your journey, and I won't take time to read the full-page dedication to your dear wife, Doris, who is with us today. None of this would have been possible without the helpmeet God provided.
Absolutely.
That's a short response.
Yes.
I'd like to show a photo of your, I think, first arrival in Brazil, certainly an early one. This goes back to around when I was born, somewhere in that neighborhood. What year's this?
That would be 1957, and we had moved to the interior of the state of Sao Paulo, and we had gotten this friend from the Presbyterian Church to work with us to distribute folders.
Now, Roy, is that you with your arm in the air?
Yep, that's with a package of advertising for this church that we were starting out in Bonifacio, Jose Bonifacio.
And that's Doris beside you?
No, that isn't Doris. That's a pastor's daughter and a girl that knew at that time Portuguese better than I. I was just getting my feet on the ground as far as Portuguese.
You're fluent now.
Well,
yeah.
I won't starve, let's say that.
Now, we're going to jump some decades. The next photo is recent, a return for a very special mission.
Yes, this is a church in Taboão da Serra in Sao Paulo, and we were there for a dedication. We had sent a couple of teams there to help with the construction and sent money. And once more, I want to say that Brazilian church is strong and vibrant, and often if you'll give them enough money to get started, they'll go ahead and do the work themselves. The work of the church is really exciting down in Brazil.
And this is true in so many places in the world. The nationals, the people who live there, are willing and eager. They just need resources.
They need resources. There's two ways to do missionary work. I could go and do it all myself, or I can cooperate with those who are working there that know everything that needs to be done. And when we're distributing food baskets, that's exactly what we were doing. We're working with the local church to help them.
Now, we just saw a church that you helped to build right behind that church, and I think you can see it in the next photo. This is the audience. These are the people who need our help.
The pastor from that particular church says, "This is my mission field. This is what I want to do. I want to reach to these people." And we have a lady that lives in one of these substandard housing is a nice way to say it, but she works with children in the slum there, the favela. She has an in with the authorities in the slum, the drug lords who really are the only authority in many of these places. But she has a good ministry there, so our church is reaching out through her.
Is it dangerous because of the drug lords? And
a person wouldn't want to go into these places alone. I wouldn't attempt to walk up one of their little alleys or pathways unless there was somebody from that particular slum there that was known and probably had some connection with the drug lord of that particular area.
Just hearing news again last night about the deaths, murders in Mexico around the whole drug trade. But there's good news in the midst of all this, and we have just a little bit of amateur video that gives us a taste of the life, the spiritual life that is happening. You actually went back for the dedication of another church, Roy. Tell us where this is.
This is São Bernardo do Campo, and just a very interesting place right across from a slum. There seem to be slums on every side. And there we were giving the final benediction in the service. Service is 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Of course, they enjoy every minute of it.
No lack of fervor there.
No lack of fervor there, not a bit of it, no. It's exciting to be in them. There's a spiritual dynamic that we can use in North America.
North America can also be a part of great things God is doing. We were in Egypt yesterday, you know, so we're
Yes.
picking up some of this flavor. And I just want to say, I hope it's okay to say, I didn't ask you ahead of time, but you're just a couple of years away from becoming an octogenarian.
Yeah.
And, you know, here you are, you're still traveling. You are using the gift that God has given you in a wonderful way. This is having impact. Tell us about the man who said he read this book and, well, his response was unexpected.
Well, I've had good responses from a number of people. Not sure which one.
You were telling me about the man who said he wept and
Oh,
prayed.
yes, that happened
as he read through the whole
Kingston.
book.
The book was really geared more to people who didn't go to church, but he said he wept and prayed as he read the book. Well, that's great because the Lord will answer prayer down somewhere in Brazil as a result of that.
Where can folks get a copy of both books, The Death of the Jaguar and The Death of the Jaguar 2? It's really a continuation.
One follows the other, although they will stand alone. And you can get them by sending an email to me at rkenny, that is Kenny, at kos.net. rkenny at kos.net. Or you can call me on the phone. I'll be glad to send you a copy. 613-354-6929.
Now, there's a brave man. He just gave his phone number out on national television. If you didn't get that and you would like it, contact us on our website. We'll be happy to connect you to this wonderful man. Now, you know, David Maines did one of the front page commentary here. This is the retired founder and speaker of TV's 100 Huntley Street. You know who David Maines is. He is your uncle. He said, this story is so compelling. It was the first time in 49 years of marriage that Norma Jean and I vied with each other to continue our read. So maybe this is a read that's waiting for you. Roy, thank you for coming and sharing just a snippet of your life. You did Haiti in between your Brazil junkets. And I think Cuba's somewhere in the recent history too. A mighty man of God.
Well, I don't know about that, but we've been trying to follow the Lord's will and the Lord's way. And it's an exciting journey. From this vantage point in my life, I can look back and say, God is good, and God does lead. And I think the obstacles disappear when we really want to live for God.
Thank you. Great final challenge.